it was so bad, like I'll just throw it out in the smoke and hopefully like it'll disintegrate or something. I don't know. It's very. Wow. I know we're getting very Mad Max up in Baltimore lately. So
yeah, we are.
All right. Well, I think. And then, are we warmed up a little bit? Are we ready?
Yeah.
Think we can do this?
Yeah.
You sure?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Inhale the good shit. Big ol' inhale. Exhale the bullshit. Nice big ol' exhale. And welcome. Hello. To Pizza, Beer, and Life. I am your host, Roxy Freefall, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Miss Cherry.
What up?
What up? And we are here to drink beer and basically tell you how to live your life. Like, who asked us to do that? Nobody. We just decided to do it anyway. So, yeah, as usual, I don't know, my brain is like not firing on all cylinders here. Like it just so between the smoke and it's Thursday, we're coming up on a holiday weekend. I think my brain, I have the dumb, so I'm going to put that caveat on in the beginning that I have the dumb, and so I might not be as witty as I usually am, but we'll see. I'm setting the bar low, very low expectations. But anyway, but before we continue, I want to remind everybody to check out our host, which is Ep4, located in Atomic Books, right here on Falls Road in the neighborhood of Hamden, Baltimore. You can get books, you can get awesome toys, you can get comics, and you can get beer.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Yeah.
So, we like it. Anyway, so, yeah, that's it. Let's get to the beer.
Yeah. Let's please. Yes.
As I have sat here and self-flagellated myself that I have the dumb. So, this month's beer comes from one of my favorite breweries here in Baltimore called Peabody Heights. And this particular brew is called Pressure Drop. And it's a nice old Pilsner. There you go. Really decent canner, as usual. And, so Peabody Heights is located in Charles Village / Able community of Baltimore. And they have a great tap house, great events there. And there's a reason why it's one of my favorites. Not only do they make good beer, hopefully this is good, because I don't want to sit here and tout them like that. But no, they do. They make great beer, and they have a really great atmosphere. So if you have not already done so, or you're in the area, please go check them out. That being said, what's the ABV on this sucker? Remember?
5.4.
5.4. Wow, it's kind of high for a Pilsner. No, actually, it's about on point. So, all right, Let's do it. Enough looking. Let's just crack this sucker open. So, ooh, uh-oh. Doo-doo-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-dow. Well, so far the color is good. And my pour is terrible. See, folks, like, I don't understand what's been with me lately. My pours have just been awful.
Mine's pretty.
Yours is good! Like, I'm super jealous because my pores have just been sucking. So, very foamy, but no, color's good. Smells like a Pilsner. So,
Sure does.
Cheers.
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 There we go. Let's try this out. It's a Pilsner.
Yeah. It's good though.
No, it is. I'm not saying
crisp.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not good. Like
Yeah.
That's actually like a really good thing. No, they brewed what they said that they were brewing.
Yes. It's good though.
What were your first thoughts? Sorry.
It's very crisp.
It is.
Yeah.
It is very crisp.
It's good.
Really light, nice flavor.
What's it brewed with?
It's a little, I was going to say it's a little hoppy.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hoppy for a Pilsner. I mean, it's not as hoppy as, say, obviously it's not, I'm not saying it's like borderline IPA or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. There we go. But it is. It's a little hoppy. But overall, color's good. Is it just me, or is that it's a little hazy?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think that goes with the little bit of the hop to it.
For sure.
A little hazy, but no, nice and golden, nice and crisp.
Did you get a hint of citrus when you first?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a hint of hold on. One more.
Yeah. I mean, I liked that though. That was like what I tasted first.
Yeah.
That, like hint of citrus.
Yeah, there's a hint of citrus, almost like a lemon, like a zest.
Yeah.
On the front end. There's something on the back end I can't put my finger on though. What do you think? Like,
I don't know. I'm thinking orange.
it might be it. But yeah, there's something on the back end. It's not bad by any means.
No.
It's just I get very confused sometimes when I can't figure it out. But no, it's good. It's solid.
Yeah.
I like it. Out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your rationale for that?
Just for me personally.
Yeah.
Because like, you know what I usually typically drink. And it is a little bit more on the hoppier side, which I'm not complaining about because it's nice and it's not hard to drink.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those, like, I would drink it again for sure.
Okay.
I would get it again.
Yep.
Like hanging out in the sun in my backyard, like this would be something that I think would go well with that. Just like hanging out in the sun, like a nice summer beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is. I completely agree with you. I would go so far. I would say, out of 10, I would go a little bit lower at a 7 because it's a little hoppy.
Yeah. Surprisingly enough, I don't mind that actually. And
I don't either.
I cannot really do IPAs.
No, but this is just enough.
Yeah.
And again, if I would have it again if if I was at an outing or something and it was available, I would have it again. Would I purchase it on my own and seek it out? Probably not.
Yeah, see, I probably would.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely buy it.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Have it at the house.
Yeah.
When I just feel like having one, like, after work, like, this would be perfect. To just, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would definitely buy it.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. So, overall, good beer. Good job, Peabody. Well done. Thank you for living up to the standard that I created at the top of that segment. But yeah, no, definitely check them out. Like I said, they're in the Charles Village / Able neighborhood here in Baltimore. And like I said, they're one of my favorites. And I do enjoy them, their staff, and the bar, the beer room itself. It's really great, and they have a couple great events coming up as well. So please check those out. I like the arcade. Yeah. Well, this weekend is Brewbit.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw.
I did.
I know. Yeah.
I did.
So we'll have to talk about that later. So, all right. So next up, quick questions. If you could travel to the past and change one event, would you? Number one. If so, which one? And regardless of answer, why?
Am I going first?
Sure.
If I could travel to the past, would I? No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Would I want to? Yes.
Okay.
I just watched a bunch of, like, weird bingey shows on Netflix where, like, you can change the timeline and it screws up everything.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 and all of these multiverses, and I'm like,
and that's
I never want to go back in time.
And that's exactly why I would not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I would be where I'm at today
Yeah.
which is a really good place, like, physically,
Yeah.
you know. Still working on the mental part, but...
Yeah, I mean, still.
Where I was, like, if there was one event that I would want to change, yes, there is one.
Okay.
But I would not go back and change it.
Okay. So you
in
wouldn't,
regards to
you
that
wouldn't go
one
back
event-
and kill Hitler if you had the chance?
Correct.
Okay. No, but to that point, I mean, I agree with you. Like, there's so many things that, like, yes, hindsight is always 20/20, and could we go back and you know, if we could redo them, you know, I firmly believe in the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Right? And so, you know, you change one thing and then it alters the reality for everyone and everything. And I don't want to be responsible for that.
Not me either.
No. No. Like, I don't want to be, no. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no. No, I'm good. And also, yeah, to your point, like, I'm in a decent spot right now in my life.
Yep.
Things aren't always puppies, unicorns, and rainbows, but they're not supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Nothing, you know, nothing ever completely is. So, yeah, no, I would not go back. Yeah, I would not go back and change any events. Would I want to go back and, like, maybe say watch the you know, the first moon landing? Sure. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, would I want to
Things that
go?
wouldn't actually make a difference.
Right. Like, would I want to go back to 1971 and see Ike and Tina Turner? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would definitely travel back in time to, like, see, like, a band or something
Right.
like that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, to change something, and no.
Yeah.
No. No, that's just messing with fate way too much.
Yeah.
So, all right. Second question: do you believe that people can change?
Yes.
Yes. It's easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay, onward. Now, but no, I mean, it's, we have to, right? Like, I think that if you don't, I think, I'm gonna get slammed for this, but, you know, my first knee-jerk reaction, it's like, it's almost like an obligation to understand that people can change and have the ability to change.
Right.
Because if we don't, what kind of world are we setting ourselves up to live in?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yes, no, can people take? Yes. Because, and the other reason I say that is because I have changed. I am not the same person that I was 5 years ago. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. And goddamn, thank God I'm not the same person I was 20 years ago.
Amen to that. Preach.
You know, so yeah, people can change.
Just
But
have to have the willingness to.
right now, and I think as a
And the open-mindedness to change.
right, and I think as a personal follow-on to expand on this to you, like, so believe that people can change. Do you think that we are able to accept change in people?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that necessarily mean that, like, the relationship that you have with those people are going to be exactly the same? Absolutely not.
No. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, those dynamics are certainly going to change because you change, the other person changes. I mean, that's just what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Right.
Like, I could go on about this with, like, certain friendships that I've had in my life, and
Yeah.
because, like, the changes that I have made, like, I'm not as close with certain people as I used to be.
Mm-hmm. What
And
is this saying? Some people are in your life for a reason or a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still friends with those people,
Mhm.
but just not as close. I mean, it doesn't help that, like, most of those, like, relationships are in Pennsylvania and I'm down here.
Right.
But
Right. Yeah.
like, I don't even, like, really talk to them on the phone much anymore either. So it's yeah, it's just, I still love those people dearly, but
But you guys forged your own paths.
right.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that's the majority of
That's
people.
not a bad thing.
No, it's not. Because I think if you don't evolve and you don't change in some way, I have this kind of philosophy that you're not learning.
Right.
Yeah. Our evolvement as people, it's dependent on the knowledge that we gain and the lessons that we learned, and and everything else. So if somebody came to me and said, I haven't changed in 30 years, I would look at them with like 5 heads and say, how is that possible?
Nah, bitch, yeah, you have.
I mean, yes, you're fooling yourself. Number one, I mean, you have, but the other thing is that if you don't, if you don't evolve even in just some minute way.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not saying like change like completely. Like
No.
we're always going to be the same in some kind of sense or form, but
Yeah.
it's certain mindsets that change in us
Yeah.
that make us change.
And we're able to also adapt to our surroundings, but also to maybe other ideas that we didn't necessarily look at
Right.
prior.
Yeah.
And I think that's healthy, and I think that's good. So
Yeah.
changing, good; stagnant, bad. So, all right, close out the quick questions before we get too involved. So, all right, awesome. Main questions. Da 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 da. All right, so the first one. So both of these, I don't know. It might be, we might have a quick answer and just be like, boop, we're done. Or we're going to be talking for quite some time on these. So let's see what happens.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Because we don't know what's going to happen. All right. How do you deal with imposter syndrome? I am in a great career doing really well and love it, but every once in a while I get this nagging feeling that I don't deserve to be there and feel like I'm not as qualified as other people think I am. How do you get past that feeling of not being good enough?
I went through this today.
Okay. Okay.
Seriously, I did.
Okay.
I reached out to my supervisor and was just like feeling super discouraged. I have like a million things on my plate right now. I have to be in a million places at once because we're like going through this huge like hiring surge, and I'm the only person who does HR in the company.
Right.
And it's like, my situation, like I can't. I can barely be in one place at one time, let alone multiple places
Right.
at one time.
Yeah.
So I was just, feeling super overwhelmed today with a lot of my work. Finally reached out to my supervisor. I was like, I'm feeling super discouraged, like that I'm not living up to these expectations that you wanted when I first started. And it's like, I like my job, and I like the people that I work with. I mean, there's other, things that go on that kind of make me feel that way with my job that I won't get into.
That's fine. Yeah.
But you know about them. Yeah, and I mean, she was very receptive and like talked me through it and stuff like that. She didn't feel like I was trying to like attack her or anybody else.
No, of course,
she was very receptive of it and was like, you just gotta like ask questions and just like talk to us and like let us know like if you're feeling like overwhelmed, like we'll try and bring somebody else that, like somebody who doesn't have as much on their plate in to like help you with these like smaller tasks that typically are just you, but since you have so much going on, like you just gotta speak up, and which I'm not good at doing. I'm not good at speaking up.
Right, but at the end of the day, it was actually asking for help.
Right.
That got you through those
Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing.
So for this person, I would just say like, ask for help. Like
Yeah.
just speak up and ask for help, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed and kind of discouraged and not feeling good enough. I mean, I'm not saying that it's okay to feel good enough because I don't want anyone to feel that way, but your feelings are valid and it's okay, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're true, is my point.
Right.
But I mean, I think you just need to like stand up for yourself and talk to people. Like, I don't know what your position is. If you have an HR person, like they're there because they have the resources.
Right.
Obviously, I'm the HR person. I talk to myself all the time, and I'm using my resources. But it's always nice to talk to somebody.
But it's always nice. And also, if you talk to yourself for longer than you should, people start asking questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
But yeah, I would definitely just reach out to somebody and talk about it.
Yeah.
That's always the biggest thing for me, is to just like talk about it, because sometimes somebody told me this once, that it takes the power away from something that you're feeling if you just say it.
Ooh,
out loud.
I like that.
Like
That's
if you talk about it takes away that power that it has on you.
Yes.
When you're holding it in, it's going to it's going to encompass you. It's going to take over your thoughts, and that's all you're going to think about. But once you talk about it and you get those more positive like feedbacks from those people, like from the people that you talk to, it takes away that power, and you kind of feel like you have a little bit more control over those feelings then.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head with that. I love that. Like putting it out there doesn't give it the power that it once had.
Right.
Right. And so my experience with this is that I was in a career in the corporate legal world for 20 years. And 6 years ago, I got the boot, thank God, right? But I had the opportunity to do something different, and I knew that I didn't want to be in the legal profession. And that's how I got into the current situation I'm in now, which is completely different. I'm in, more technical field, and I work with some of the most brilliant people on the planet, and I basically had to go back to zero because I am not a technical person. And I'm not, I have, my degrees are in mass communications, and my other one is in government public policy, right? There's no physics in there. I can't math. Like, the fact that I can add 1 + 1 is a bloody miracle sometimes, Like, even today I was working on budgets, and I was like, how am I doing this? I don't math. I don't know anything about this. But I just did, right? But that's it, is that I got into the field because I love it, and I knew that I could add something. And then I got the original position that I was in was administrative, which I fell right into because it's generalized, but I'm really good at that. And so when they wanted to promote me into a more technical position, I had, even though I knew and I had been doing part of the job anyway, I still had so many doubts. And even a year later after that promotion, I still have my doubts of whether or not, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I to the point where every single time I talk to my supervisor, I say, am I doing okay? Am I screwing up anything? I always ask, am I fucking something up? Yeah. He's like, no, you're doing brilliantly. He said, we will tell you if you fuck up. I said, well, please tell me it sooner rather than later so I can fix it. But there's always that doubt. And I think the doubt's always going to linger there. And I think to a certain extent, number one, it's okay anyway. But there's a part of me that thinks that's a kind of healthy. In a way,
for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it forces you to keep learning. And this goes back to, do you believe that people can change? It forces you to keep learning and to keep honing your craft and to keep, researching and making sure that you're doing your best at what you want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And so, those doubts can be a positive thing in that it actually fuels you to be better. But it's when those doubts become all-encompassing and so overwhelming that it prevents you from actually being your best self. And so that's where, to your point, earlier, that's where like going to help and saying, you know, am I doing this right?
Yeah.
You know, or I am overwhelmed. I need help. You know, let's come up with a plan, something. You know, don't wait until, or like with me, there's so many new concepts coming up, and my guys, like, when they start talking all their technical bullshit, like my brain just shuts off because I have no clue.
Yeah.
Like, it's acronym soup, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But every once in a while, I will stop them and say, all right, what did you just say?
Yeah.
You know, like, please tell me it like I'm a sixth grader. Teach it to me like I'm in sixth grade. And I found that they do, like, they're extremely, not only are they extremely patient with me, but they get excited about that stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, give people the opportunity to help you, because I think that's the other thing too, is that you'll be like, it surprises me every day that of the few chances I do ask for help, like how much I receive it and how much the other person actually enjoys giving the help.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. But yeah, how do you, how do you get past that feeling of not being good enough? You know, I think it's like I said, the doubt. It's very hard to get rid of the doubt. Very difficult. You know, but that comes with you. And I'm not saying that self-confidence is built overnight.
Yeah.
You know, that comes with accomplishments and finishing projects and having those conversations and developing relationships with your coworkers. You don't have to be best buddies with them, but at least be on a friendly level with them. That helps too.
Yeah.
That helps in a big way.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Like even just like simple tasks for like some of my admin staff, like they're just like, oh my God, thank you for doing that. You're the best. And I'm like, this is like my everyday thing. But the fact that they like are so appreciative. Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, you just got to accept those like minor things that people want to, that credit that people want to give you.
Yeah.
And learn how to give yourself credit.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm still working on that.
I think we all are, quite frankly. So, and that's a good place to, I think that's a good place to close this one out. So,
Yeah.
let's close it. Alrighty. All right, here's, this is going to be a good one. All right, it wouldn't be our show if we didn't have one relationship question in the mix.
Yeah. Of course.
All right, here we go. A few years ago, I got a divorce, and I have been dating on and off since then. Recently, I have noticed a pattern that after a few weeks, the other person suddenly comes up with a personal excuse that they can't see me anymore, only to run into them later with somebody else. This is starting to become a pattern, and I'm starting to wonder if something is wrong with me. Aw. The first couple dates go well, and I express how interested I am in them and think I am attentive, but it seems like whenever I show a genuine interest in someone, that's when they bail. Am I doing something wrong? Right off the bat, no.
Yeah, no.
You're fine. I'm going to say that because I never want people to think that, you know, it's a person, like, yes, it's a personal thing. Dating is personal, but like, I don't want people to think that rejection is because they are doing something wrong. You know, rejection comes from bad chemistry. It comes from just, you know, not wrong place at wrong time. It's not because you did anything wrong. I mean, yes, there are instances where yes, you can do something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we can rattle all those off, but you know, we only have, you know, a little bit of time left here. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, same. I mean, it's, you know, wrong place, wrong time. Like, it can be timing. It can be chemistry's off. It could be, you know, like, I don't know. I hate this question's rough.
I know.
This is a rough one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, also, you know,
I mean, I don't know how much more, like, you can really say about that one. Like, compatibility, timing.
Yeah.
Those are, like, two of the biggest things that go into relationships.
Right.
I mean, unless you're like really a bad person or something, but
yeah.
I can't imagine like
and
you're a really bad person.
Yeah, and this person, I don't think that they are. They're. I mean, I can say flat out, I know who sent this question in, and they are not a bad person.
Yeah, so
they're
I mean,
not.
like.
So
yeah,
we'll dial it back. We're gonna take the am I doing something wrong question off the table because they're not. We'll just say that right off the bat, right?
Okay.
So, but let's go to the pattern, right? And that they're noticing the pattern after a few weeks. Because obviously, from what I'm gleaning from this has happened, maybe more than a couple of times in recent history, And so, I don't know, maybe, if you feel like it's it might be a communication thing too. I know that I was in a situation a few years ago because I am forever dating. I have been single for 11 years. I've had great. I have. Yeah.
I know this.
I know. I've had great people. I've had great men in my life for various amounts of time. Some were fantastic. Some were less so. And the situations there. I was in a couple situations where this actually happened a couple of times where after seeing, somebody for like a couple weeks, and I also fell into this as well. There were situations where the other person would become aggressive is the wrong word.
Yeah.
But it was almost too much too fast.
Okay.
Right. And I mean, I have fault in that with some folks as well, because the thing is that, you get so excited and you want to express that excitement and, you're trying to see where the other person is. And it's this dance on eggshells and you're like, oh my gosh, do I say something? And, and if that person doesn't feel the same way, like, what do I do? And things like that. And so it's really hard. It's a delicate balance. Because I've always been a proponent of always speaking up and saying how you feel. And if the other person doesn't feel that way, there is a way to react to it. And, either slow things down or, see that it's not going to work out. But there have been instances where I've, scared off somebody, and also somebody has scared me off. You know?
Same.
Because I expressed myself in such a, like, trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to find the straightest line through this without giving, like, really specific examples, because I want to keep confidence, with folks that I have been, who have been in my life personally.
Yeah.
But, it's... Being excited is great. It really is, but there is a way I have found through trial and error that there is a way to express that without potentially, kind of scaring somebody off. I mean, if after, like, here's an extreme example. If after 2 weeks, you're expressing your undying love to this person, that might be a little time to take a step back, and are there those unicorn situations where, oh my God, it's love at first sight, da 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 da? Maybe. I mean, I don't watch Hallmark movies that much. She does, but.
Don't put myself out there.
Yeah. We've already talked about the Hallmark movie thing.
I know, but not everybody saw that episode.
Okay, well. They can go back. Well, in any event, so I mean, this is a hard, like, I think I've kind of gone off the deep end here. Please save me. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore to this.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Do you tend to date the same type of person all the time? No, that's
Who's
a serious question.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought you said you do tend to date.
No, I'm asking this person. Like, do you tend to date the same kind of person? Like, maybe
that's a really good point.
Maybe branch out and try getting out of a comfort zone a little bit and dating somebody who's not typically the person that you go after.
Right. Thank you. That is a really good point. Is that the pattern may have nothing to do with you, but just the type of individuals that you tend to kind of gear towards. Oh, I have too.
I've been there. I mean, a lot of my exes are very similar in a lot of ways, and then there's others who aren't even close.
Oh no, I definitely have a type.
Which still didn't work out, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've definitely dated people who were very similar, and it's not like I try to. It just like sometimes it just happens, and like I have to like. But lately, I've been like, all right, let's be a little bit more cognitive about keeping that trend going and being like, okay, well, potentially I could be attracted to this type of person or this type of person or, this personality type or so. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be more cognitive about being open to whatever crosses my path.
And that's a really great point. Again, is if you're finding that you're more inclined to date a certain type of person, maybe it's time to branch out, to go to, if you find that you're meeting these people, let's say organically, at the same type of venue or the same type of event, change up your routine and go to a different thing, go to a museum event. If the folks that you usually meet are at like concerts or, music venues, like maybe switch it up and like, I don't know, go to more coffee shop events, go to more museum events or something like that. I think and now that, thank you for stimulating this. No, because that was an amazing...
I mean, I'm guilty of it too.
No, I am too, but that was an amazing point.
Even though you say I don't have a type.
Oh, no, I totally have a type.
I don't... See, I feel like I don't because I like... But then, like, when it comes down to it, I like... If you lay out all of my exes, I'm like, yeah, I guess I do.
I know, we like to think that we don't, and then when the proof is there, it's like, oh, yeah, okay, like, I guess I do. All right.
I guess that's just like, I don't know. Maybe it just like happens that way. I don't know.
And I mean, I never begrudge somebody. I don't begrudge anybody for having like a type.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't, because we all like what we like. We do. We all have a preference to what we would like to see in a partner, mentally, physically, etc., and also more importantly, what we don't want to see.
Yeah.
And so I'm not, I guess I'm not saying deviate too far away so that you get into the, the category of this person has what I don't want, but also look at, to that point, like if the person across from you is also like raising some red flags, also maybe, instead of making excuses, maybe see, it was Maya Angelou that said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Because and again, this goes back to the earlier question, because while people can change, we cannot change them.
Yes.
Bam. Correct. So, I know, we kind of veered around, but I think that we're getting to a couple things. So to sum up, am I doing something wrong?
No.
You're fine. You're brilliant. You might want to maybe look at some of the conversations that you've had with these people and see if there's similarities, to see if maybe like there was instances where you feel, because I've had to do this myself, where you feel like you might have come on a little strong because you were so excited, but at the same time, I'm not going to blame you for that. I'm not going to tell you that you're a bad person for that. Not, because, I always say, like, I love it when people to hear that somebody's excited about me. I think it's a beautiful thing, but it's also situational too. Like, there's a lot of aspects to that, but that's a whole nother thing entirely. So am I doing something wrong? No. As far as patterns are concerned, again, to sum up, like, Go out to different events. Go out to different venues. See, go out with somebody who, you may have overlooked in the past because, for whatever, they didn't fall into your type. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. Give people the opportunity to surprise you. And the worst thing that happens is that you spent an hour talking to somebody else and listening to their other views and having maybe a couple beers or a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's really it. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's all I got on that one. I mean, do you have anything else? You're like, please, God, end this. Please.
I'm good.
Please.
I'm good on this one.
All right. Well, then let's close it out. All righty. Well, on that note, that's it. That's the episode. Happy July. And so to recap again, Peabody Heights Brewing. Today we tried Pressure Drop, their Pilsner. We both enjoyed it. Go check them out.
Yes.
Charles Village Able in Baltimore. And stay hydrated. That's
and be safe this weekend.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, yes, that too.
Not just with the weather,
but also with the fireworks.
Holiday.
Oh God. Yeah. Just
drinking, fireworks, thumbs start to fly off.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
Mad Max era looking outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thick smoke. Yeah.
Have fun and be safe.
Yeah. And be kind to each other.
Always.
All right. Peace out. Cheers. Woo!
See y'all.
See you.